Oh, there it is. Hey everyone, tonight we're staying the night in Hualapai at the Hualapai Lodge and just checking out this cool little town. After a night of extremely sound sleep, we set off.
45?
Yeah, it's 2:45, almost 3, and we're leaving the hotel headed for the trail.
60 miles.
It's really good. So it's 4:01 a.m. and we just arrived at the Havasupai Trailhead, the hilltop here. Here we go. What is it?
30 pounds.
Okay, it's 4:30 a.m. and we're starting our hike. Made it down the hill. It's about 5 a.m. and we have a little ways to go before we're in the flatlands, but we're just about down. And the weather's great. It's about 70 degrees right now, and we're going strong. We're starting to break a sweat, but it's a nice hike so far. These trekking poles are really helpful on this downhill. So we're moving along. Okay, we're down the hill now, and there's beautiful mountain ranges all around us. So we're just taking it all in. The sun's coming up quick, and it's only about 5:15. How you doing, Joe?
Perfect. I'm perfect.
first sign of the sun now. So far we don't feel its effects yet, thankfully. There's actually a nice breeze. We're getting into the canyon pretty soon, so hopefully that'll give us some shade. But there is a decent breeze. Okay, we're halfway to Supai Village, and we're taking a break and just eating some snacks and kind of refueling right now. We're 4 miles in. Supai Village is at 8 miles, so we're only stopping for 10 minutes because we have to beat that sun. But we're still feeling good. It's nice and cool still. Nice breeze through the canyon. Enjoying the hike. About 5 miles in, and there's some trees in the canyon. So far the sun hasn't even hit us yet. So we're doing well.
Feeling great! Look at the view. Is it amazing?
It's 7:27 a.m. and the first round of horses just passed. I don't know if there's more coming, but that gives you an idea of when they go out. Okay, we're at 5.9 miles in now. And that was the second batch of horses that just passed us. And it's about 7:30, about 3 minutes later. So I think they travel together. We'll see if that's it for today. But cool to see them regardless. And they all look like they're in good shape. Okay, it's 7:41 and another group of mules came by. Mules or horses, I can't tell the difference. Good morning.
Good morning.
So it's 8:02 a.m. and this is the first sunlight that's hitting us after we popped out of the canyon. We're about a mile away from the village. Here's the sign right here. It's 8:07 and we're hearing our first signs of water. We saw a little bit earlier where the mules were passing us, but it wasn't much. Now you can hear flowing water, so we're getting close. I'm also amazed at how the temperature is staying very cool. You know, it's probably still around 70 degrees or so in this shade. You know, out in the sunlight I'm sure it's a lot hotter, but very comfortable. There's a nice breeze in this canyon, so it's not too bad. You just have to get past that desert part at the beginning. There's a guy on the horse right back there, and he checks you when you come in to make sure you have a reservation, and he had my name and everything in a notebook. But they also check you once you get into town. You have a check-in there. One of the guys on horse stopped us earlier too to write down our name, and he said you're supposed to check in at the hilltop, which when we left at 4 we didn't see any place to check in, but there's a few little buildings around there, so maybe you're supposed to stop at one of those. So it's good to know next time you're at the hilltop, check in there as well. We made it to Supai. So we made it to Supai before the heat kicked in. It's about a little past 8:30 and a beautiful morning. So we're gonna check in and then head down to the camp. Okay, we just checked in. Now we're heading down to the campsite. We noticed that the helicopter's running early today because it's only 9 a.m. and the helicopter's already doing runs. We've seen it do 2 trips already. Okay, well, we're working our way down to the campsite. They say it's 2 miles from the village. We've been going for about at least a half a mile now, so we're getting pretty close. You feeling, Joe? My back's starting to feel the pain too.
It's just my shoulder. It's killing me.
Yeah, the weight really starts to kick in about 8 miles in. Right as you get to the village, it really kicks in. We're taking another short rest break.
Just for our shoulders.
Yeah, it's really for our shoulders just to recover. But we're almost there. Bats are still, there's these small little bats flying around. And you'd see a lot early when we first started hiking, but I haven't seen them since the sun started coming up, but I just saw one, so. Little small bats, the birds of the night. Alright, time to go. Pretty hard to believe that this is where we're going to be staying the next few days. Came all this way for. Pretty cool. Okay, we made it in the campground. Finally set up our campsite and unpacked our backpacks, and now we're gonna eat lunch and then we're gonna head over to the waterfall.